Hey, what's up guys? I'm Mr. Chris with infotainment.com. Today I'm with the 2022 Ford Bronco. I'm going to be swapping out the factory LED headlights for the signature lighting LED headlights with that radius of LEDs that goes around the headlight. It's a pretty easy upgrade to do. You just need some basic hand tools and probably about an hour, hour and a half of your time. So I'll show you how to get that done. Let's get into the install. Alright, so where you're going to want to start is by popping your hood. I already pulled the latch. Alright, so where we're going to start is by removing this plastic shroud. It's just a bunch of panel clips. So you'll grab your panel tool and get these all set aside. And throughout this process, you're going to end up with a lot of little small parts and bolts. I got a magnetic bowl. This is going to help me out so I don't lose anything along the way. All right, now that we got all the clips out, then basically lift up your plastic shroud and slide it out from underneath your intake hose here. If you have a little trouble, this does pop off, but it's not necessary. It'll come right out. All right, next up, right behind the grill, we have 4 10mm bolts that we have to pull out, as well as this connector here. Now, if you don't have a front camera or a 360 camera on your Bronco, you're not gonna have to worry about this connector. But if you do, I'm gonna make sure you unplug that. That is the camera signal for your front camera. Now we can pull these 10 bolts out. All right, now there's nothing left holding on your front grill besides some retaining clips. So I'm gonna go ahead, start pulling around the grill until it pops free, and we can set this aside. Now with the grill out of the way, we can actually see most of our headlight exposed. There is one bolt that's below this shroud or behind this shroud that we have to get out to remove the headlight. So in order to do that, we have to pull the shroud. In order to pull the shroud, we have to pull the edge of the fender flare out. And pulling this out is actually really easy. On the inside of the fender flare is just a couple of paddle type levers that we'll pull out, and we can get this popped out. All right, on the inside of the fender here, you can see this little paddle type lock. We'll swing that into the down position. I'm only gonna do it to the first 2 that are closest to the front. You don't have to pull the whole thing off if you don't want to. And we can just pull out, and all we gotta do is pull it back just enough to reach that bolt that's holding on our painted shroud up here. Once we get that out on this side, we'll jump to the other side, do the same thing, and then we can pull this whole shroud off of the vehicle. All right, now this whole piece is just held in with some clips in the front. So we'll pop it out of the side, and we can just pull it straight back. All right, we'll set this piece aside. All right, next up, we have 2 10 mils right up top. We have a silver one and a black one, and we'll have to pull these out. And if you kind of mix these up, just know that the silver one goes back into the silver threaded nut insert, and the black one goes towards the black base, which is actually a plastic insert. And right next to that black bolt is a Christmas tree type of pop that we'll have to remove as well. One of these deals. And now the last thing that's holding this on is an 8mm bolt right underneath the headlight. And this is actually the whole reason why you remove that painted shroud in the first place. Pull that out. Now there's nothing holding this headlight on. So basically I'm going to grip it from the bottom and pull straight back, and that'll pop me out of the little joint that it's sitting in. And then all we have to do is unplug that main connector, and we can swap out our headlight. All right, so I set the old headlight aside. I got the new one here. Basically the wiring is going to be a plug and play type deal. You just reuse your old plug. Clip that into place. Now I can slide this back in where it was. Make sure you snap that little joint back in. And now we can replace all the hardware that we removed, and we'll jump to the passenger side and do the same thing. All right, now we're ready to reinstall all of the body panels that we removed earlier. All right, so that wraps up the install. Now all we have to do is program our vehicle so it knows that we have the signature lighting option. And for your specific vehicle needs, be sure to check our website or contact one of our sales associates and they can give you your programming options. All right, now that we got the programming out of the way, we can go ahead and test out our new headlights. All right, so that wraps up this install. If you're looking to improve the appearance of your Bronco, add a little bit of style and aggression to the front end, this is a great way to go. It's all OEM parts, plug and play. If you like this upgrade and you want to see more, make sure you head back to infotainment.com. Thanks for watching.